Hello, gamer family. I did research. There are more hunts that we haven't unlocked. There's a total of 32 in the game. Only 29 show there. One of them is a part of the side quest with Doris. Then two of them unlock. Like one of them unlocks after that. Then another one unlocks after this one. Actually, that I'm about to talk to her. We'll do those final 4 at the end, right before the final boss. So yeah.
Ian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
Alrighty. That is so out of the way for everything I want to do. Insane. That's insane. It is so out of the way for everything I'd ever want. We'll go accept these two first. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Okay, yeah. I have decided that I am just gonna like warp to the places we need to go. Not warp, but like cut, pause. Yeah.
Sid, may I have a moment?
No.
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone. And few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names. But they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
You are a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Badbach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vie de Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
Beautiful. Yeah, we've almost accepted. there may be one or two more quests that open up, and I'm worried about that. That one of the hunts that hasn't opened yet is in fact the super boss that I was anticipating this whole time. By the way.
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Mididol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago. Right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? You really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Alrighty. And we're just gonna do the Torgal one because it's on the way. Torgal... Oh. Actually, let's talk with Mid.
Has Mididol mentioned a new project yet?
Because she's right down here first.
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will.
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. They're worried about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First, I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the curse breakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill.
Ugh.
I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
We'll go this way. Then, I suppose. Whatever. I'll probably pause as I walk to Hippocrates, quite honestly. Y'all know the hideaway by now. Y'all know it by heart. I can do it with my eyes closed.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable bone for her next project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumour of an ancient adamantus down in Karava, near Old Bidza. Or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Okay. Misa Pazzo. Misa Arrivo. Oh. There's another side quest that we haven't gotten yet.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Hippocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
And you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Right as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of Secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath. You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Yeah, because he has his own quest, so we haven't unlocked it yet, so, yeah, there's gonna be a whole nother quest, and I forgot about it entirely. So, whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie daisy. Okay, the only other thing here is Torgal.
Say what you will.
It's Torgal. Ugh. Woof, woof, dog.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want that iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
Oh. Yeah. We're going to quickly stop by Karen and buy stuff. We are doing the Torgal one first because I think it is one of the longest ones remaining. I know we have another one that we haven't gotten yet, though. And it hasn't unlocked
Still
yet.
alive, are ya? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
And now I'm just like worried
You're rubbing me blind.
about how many more there are that I don't know about.
You're not
By the
finding
way,
a better price than that.
there's this thing.
Finished.
I don't think
ya?
I'll ever need it.
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Boom. Actually, now I need to decide where I want to go. Let's do the Ash ones first. So we'll do the Doris one. And I'll pause until we're there. Yeah. When I first played, I came all the way over here not knowing what it was, or not knowing it was going to be exclusively like for a quest. So like I get over here, I was like, oh, I can't do anything over here. That's so boring. And then I came back here for the quest and was like, oh, this place is awesome. Like, awesome, awesome, awesome.
There were no guards, I take it.
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether stick is there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer. I hope.
Oh, the end of the dialogue, of course. Oops.
locked up tight.
Let's see if I remember what to do here. Man, these guys are low level. And yeah, I am level 50. Uh-oh.
So this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Yeah, it's an arena prison. We'll be back over there soon enough. Yeah. You recharge quick, so I'll do you. Yep. Oh, man. Leviathan is so overpowered. Like, seriously, I just do that and go boom, boom, boom all over the place. Boom.
Minimal loss of Waluda lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers? Even the Imperials take better care of their branded than that.
Oh, the sword's all pointing down to right where that location you need to go to is such cool design. What's this?
They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared.
Yeah, it actually is pretty horrifying.
Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
And you can probably guess what this quest is building towards. I know what it's building towards. I definitely haven't played it before. Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Kaboom. And you waste. That was one enemy who was mostly dead. You wasteful flippin' game. Jeez Louise.
No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents and it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
Alrighty. I got stuck on a table. Ignore that. I hate. Wait, where am I? Over here, huh? Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing over there, and you can't go up further. Because it's blocked off. I'd rather just have gates I can't open than like how they actually did block it off, but maybe that's just me. Maybe it is, and I genuinely don't know. What's your opinion on this very sensitive matter, gamers of familyness? What's your stance on this problem.
Let's see what we can find down here.
We could find a hunt. I'm watching Mission Impossible, so you don't know how tempting it was to be. We could find a hunt, an Ethan Hunt there. But I mean, did I truly resist when I just essentially said the joke anyways?
A survivor. And she sounds close.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming. But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. You must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
He fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too. Where is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
All right. You put that bearer-eating bastard in the ground.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers.
Yeah. Let's kill this thing. Boom.
I can't let that happen.
I mean, the world's already in ruins, so how much damage could it do? I hate to be that guy, but like, the world's gone at this point. Everywhere we turn, everything's destroyed, so. I have no idea what rank this beast supposedly is, but can't be that high. Really can't be that high. That was easy. Hard to complain.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things. Kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Okay, actually, I have enough side quests that maybe and with the extra hunts, maybe I will get the level 52. I'm genuinely curious. Yep, told ya. We're doing all of Ash first. The Super Beast thing might actually be there. If we accidentally come across the hunt, we'll just do it. But, okay, let's do the Fudging Behemoth. It's right here. It's on the way. It's on the way. It's on the way. This is the super boss. This is supposedly the hardest one. I knew there was one right here. And I thought I was crazy.
I don't know if you are Mrs. Guard Dogs. Specimens too.
Okay. My question is, how bad can it be? It can't be like that one thing from Final Fantasy VI that's so hard that like it actually retains HP lost after every attempt. That was quite the super boss. Is that this first super boss I beat in the franchise, not including potentially Leviathan counting? Since I've seen people say Leviathan technically counts. But even then, it's just a DLC thing. So I don't know. Does it? I don't know. Genuinely. Genuine question. I don't like the look of that. See, I love no longer having Odin. Quite honestly, I'm kind of glad Odin's gone now, because I don't have to worry about, like, I'm not as worried about precision dodging meta. It just makes it a little bit less stressful. I don't know, Odin is such a cool icon. I almost called him an emblem again, crazy enough. But, I don't know. There's something just so relaxing about not having to worry about that kind of crap. Also, this is supposed to be the super boss. I don't say that for any reason. Definitely no reason at all why I'm mentioning that this is a super boss. Just don't ignore the fact that I haven't used any potions or high potions so far. I've used a Stone Skin Tonic. And if it weren't for that, maybe I'd be at a little lower, but also, in the grand scheme of things, this is still easier than, like, the generic big bad guy enemies in action-focused mode. It has about the same amount of HP, too! No, when this just feels like an action-focused combat, that's when you know that action-focus is kind of ass, because that was really no harder. And maybe an action-focus that is hard, but also if the challenge is the fact that it has endless HP.
No match for you, eh, Torgal?
See, I could pause as I go over to this area, but it's also, like, right there, so, like, I don't really see the point in it. And, like, there's one more hunt in Ash. I don't think it's unlocked yet, though. So we'll have to go back to it later. After this quest, actually. Because this is Garnick.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
The one with the marker on it. Clive, just... Why would you ask such a silly little question? Just pay attention to the game, bro. Brother. Oh. Wait. That was me! Actually, it wasn't me. I didn't cause the fire, but I was there!
Logbook. His interest was...
Oh, this is long. Moogle! There's really only the one Moogle in this game, isn't there?
Certainly varied.
Hey, chapter 16. Oh, this is the book we're looking for. Again, you can YouTube allows you to slow down videos, so if I'm going too fast on scrolling, you can actually do that as well, which is cool. There we go.
This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and return to your life.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Let's see, shall we?
And actually, one of the next hunts is literally right in here. So, unfortunately, I think I'm going to need to go back to the hideout, or hideaway, whatever it's called, to end the side quest, which means I'll actually have to come back here later. If not, it'd be cool if I could just exit and re-enter, but I don't think that's how it's going to work. So, cool indeed. Because that's literally thinking during the conversation of like, oh, I can just exit and re-enter, but I don't think I can on realization, on second thought. It's just like, Cowabummer, dude! Cowabummer! Cowabummer. Combat's so easy. How did I ever struggle in this game at any point? Yeah, okay. I'll finish at level 52 probably, unless I get a lot of XP and get level 53. Oh, I'm so hot and sexy for guessing that. Oh, yeah.
Impressive. But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait! Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
Yep, see? 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 See?
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
Bum bum.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
Okay. There's a little bit more we can do. A little bit more we can do. Yep. It's the one I think it... Well, maybe it still is the one I think it is. And Hippocrates is just asking us to come see him through there. And, yeah. Yep, that's it. There we go.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
What we'll do is we'll accept this quest, and then if there's time after that, we will quickly go take on the hunt that's in Garnick. And as we go to the Empire in the next videos, after we're done with Ash, we'll do those hunts as well, because both of the hunts we saw, like last video, are in the Empire.
Lawsman Hippocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Horrifying, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting, not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tale. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tales before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Okay. And that should be just here. Oh. No. It isn't. Is it here then? No. Where? Huh? Actually, I don't know what quest it is, so maybe I don't know. Oh. It's there. It's one of these. So we'll actually do it, I guess, next video. Anyways, I'm gonna pause until we're back in that place. Okay, it'll be really funny because I didn't check the hunt sport. If it just actually I was wrong and it isn't there yet. Okay, it is. Thank goodness. That would have been really funny though, if it wasn't. Yeah, we're done with S ranks. All the remaining ones, I believe, both of the ones after this are A rank. Hey, this looks like Garuda. I don't know. I actually don't. I was actually just about to mention Benedicta. I wonder. I don't know much about Benedicta. Maybe she was from this village and that's why this is here. I genuinely don't know. And like, obviously, like one of the books was about the Caernarvon stuff, so like, I guess that makes sense for it to be one of the Garuda things. But like, wow, and yeah, next video we'll just start right over like where we need to go for the plot, because I'm not the plot, the side quest, because I'm like that big brain. Like, yeah, I'm that cool, guys. I'm that cool. I'm the cool guy. I'm Mr. Cool. You've heard of Mr. Clean before, but I'm Mr. Cool. I'm his twin brother. Because I'm cool. I'm like cold water. Because I was using Leviathan, and I forget it. Oh man, I'm so smart. I'm mentally. I'm not gonna say that. Although I think it'd be funny, but I'm not gonna say that. This channel doesn't need to become lewd, crude, and rude. Well, okay. There's no avoiding becoming rude. But it doesn't need to become lewd, crude. I'll say what I want to say as soon as I stop recording. Because then I can feel smart about it myself later. Level 51, baby! Let's get one more level up so I can be right about my prediction and end the video. Yeah. End the video by, again, showing the elusive save screen that I can now share on camera. Now that I've got all the ICO out. Oh my gosh, I love society!